Hi folks, made a wee card just using some card that I had lying around and a wee tutorial from a magazine. The magazine was cardmakingandpapercraft.com. I do not know what issue this was because I just keep the papers out of them and the tutorials. So this is a tutorial page. This is the card we attempted to make. Well, I attempted to make. And in the magazine you get, in the middle of the magazine, you get some papers. Let me zoom out a wee bit, that's a bit too far in. You get some papers that are 4 wee bits of paper there. They are double-sided. It's just exactly the same thing on either side. So what I proceeded to do was photocopy the backing papers onto some 120, no I beg your pardon, it was 100 GCM printer paper. So just a wee bit heavier than your average printer paper. So this is the wee card that I made. In the tutorial, the girl who made the card Sue Hughes made the cards in the magazine. She used stitched squares 9 on the top of her card. When I did my stitched squares, they were too big to fit onto the 6x6 card. So I decided to do bracket stitched squares instead. So I photographed, excuse me, I didn't photograph at all, I photocopied the papers in the magazine, as I say, onto 100 GSM printed paper, and I just did a couple of copies of each page so that I could cut as many as I wanted, and that way I still had the original. So that was the backing papers that I photocopied in my printer. I also used, wait, let me see, this is the bracket squares that I used. I think it was the 5th one in from the biggest one, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, the 5th one in from the largest one, and I cut 3 of each design paper, so 3 stripes, 3 mini florals and 3 large florals, so we had 9 squares. So that was the dies that I used. The card base itself is actually I think it's like a pinstriped emboss. Don't think you can see that. I think you can see it there a wee bit. It's like a pinstripe emboss. It's a cream card, and it was a 12 by 12. Excuse me a wee second. I cut down to 6 by 12, so I cut the 12 by 12 page in half to give me a 6-inch square card. I then had a pack of Paper Mania shades of purple 12 by 12 cards and I cut a backing paper, the purple here as you can see, lilac or lavender, whatever you want to call it. I cut that down to 5 7/8 square for to back onto the white. So those are what you'll need. Oh, also I used some tag dies. The bracket squares dies, the stitch bracket squares I got from the Works. It's a craft bookshop in town. And for the tag I used the third one from the largest of these tags. Oh, sorry, getting a glare. The third one, so that size to cut the tag for the front of the card. So that's the dies that I used. The sentiment on the tag was, it says sending love on your special day, and I just stamped that in purple. Came from this set here, which came free in a magazine, and it's Riverbank Revels by Hell's Couple Ditch, I think. Yes. And I just used this sentiment here. Oh, getting a glare off the light. So that was the stamps that I used. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how I made the card. Okay. So we've got our 6x12 card base, scored in half to give us a 6x6 card, like so, or like so, whichever you prefer. We have our 5 7/8 lilac, lavender, purple, violet, whatever you want to call it, square for the topper. And we have got 9 die cuts of the stitched bracket squares, and there is 3 of each design of the backing papers. Not the backing paper, not this one here, not that picture here, because that you will be using to cut this, which is going to go on to the end of your tag. So you just fussy cut around that and it will stick onto the bottom of your tag. So keep that wee bit. Oh, and we have a bow to go on it as well. So what you're going to do is put your wee squares aside now, and what you want to do is get your lilac page pencil and a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can use graph paper just to find the middle. So the middle, if that is 5 7/8, that'll be, let me see, I can't work that out without looking at the ruler. Excuse me, but that's centimetres. 5 7/8, so that's 2.5 plus another quarter and another 1/8. So it's 2 and, is it 2 15/16? 2 15/16 times 2 should be 5 and, okay, I think that's right. But anyway, I have got a X-cut ruler here. It's got a steel end on one side and a normal plastic ruler on the other, but it does have a centering guide. So you're going to find the centre of your paper, and the centre of this is 7 4/10 either side of that middle line. So you're just going to mark that on the middle line. So one turn and do the same on this end. So you're going to be 7 4, like so, and mark it straight in the middle there, like that. And take your pencil and very lightly draw a line right down the middle of both sides. So you should have a cross and pencil straight through your paper, like so. And that's going to help you glue down your wee squares. So if we go the same way we did this other one, we have got a large design there, and a large design there, and a large floral design there. We have got a stripe, a stripe, and a stripe, like so. Try and turn that so that they're all going the right way. And a mini floral, a mini floral, and a mini floral. So that's roughly where you're going to join up your wee squares. So at the moment we're going to take away those two, those two, those two, and those two. And what you're going to do is on your bracket squares you have got wee points in the middle, and they wee points, 4 of them, are going to line up exactly in line with your cross across your paper. Now you can use double-sided sticky tape if you would like. I prefer some glue. That way I know my card is not going to fall apart if somebody sticks it in a drawer and takes it out a wee while later and it's all dried out and it's fell apart and they just chuck it in the bin. So glue on your first square, which is your very centre square, and you are going to align it exactly, each point in the middle, exactly with your cross in the middle, like so. Give it a wee press, and there you go, you've got your first square. Then you can go down and do your next squares on your top and bottom here. So you're just going to line it up again. Like so. Just kind of try and get it in the middle between here and here. Like that. Try and straighten it up a wee bit. And there you go, that's you got square number 2 down. The same here. line up your wee points with your pencil line and smush it down. There you go. Right, so this one goes in the middle here, like so, and glue that down. I'm hoping that one looking pretty straight, I hope. And this one was over here. There we go. Right, now we've got these 4 corner pieces to put in now. And to get them to line up, you are going to, your wee points in the middle here and here are going to line up with your points here and here on these other 2 squares. So that should keep you straight across there and straight across here. We should keep you centred, like so. So we can glue those down. There we go. And that one goes there, that one goes there, and that one goes there. So we should be okay. Some glue on this. Just goes up this corner here, and that up there, and that up there, and just keep it straight. There we go. I hope that's looking straight. Last 2. I'll put that one on the wrong way around. My wee corners on the, my wee stripes only going in the same direction. There we go. Squish that out just a little bit. Yeah. Last one. Oh. There we go. And that's your 9 squares stuck down. Let's see if we can zoom that in a wee bit. There you go. I hope that's looking straight. So that's your 9 stitched bracket squares stuck onto your page. Now you've got that pencil line, so you're going to have to remember to try and go in between your wee squares and rub that out. Actually, I don't like that rubber at all. Try that one. It's better. There we go. That's it. Oh, a wee bit out of shot there. Zoom back out a wee bit. There we go. Right, so the next thing we have to do is cut out your wee flower to go on your tag. So I just chose a small set of flowers off of the backing papers. Give me 2 seconds. I chose this here because that's what the girl on the tutorial in the magazine had used, and I just fussy cut that out of, oops, where am I? 120, no, not 120, 100 GSM printer paper, and that's all it is. I'll get rid of these photocopies. Cut the wee tag, stamp to sentiment in purple, sending love on your special day. So we can put this aside just now. Wee tag, wee flowers, like so. A wee satin bow, like so. And a wee pearl gem. Excuse me. So you can glue this using your glue. Try not to get too much glue on the bottom that's going to overhang your tag. So if you just get yourself a wee line like that and then go around the other end, that's going to be at the top of your tag. And that should be okay. And I'm going to just stick that on there below your sentiment on your wee tag. It kind of overhangs just a wee bit, but I think that's okay. There we go. To stick on the bow, I used a glue dot. These are from Pound Shop. Sticky dot scissors. And eek. I think I folded that before I put it on. So fold it in half with the backing still on it. Helps if your glue dot's not folded over on itself before you even do that. And on the back of your bow, I stick it on there like that. You may have to tweeze it off, and that can go on to your tag like that. So how's that looking so far? Excuse me. Right, before we go any further, before I put that bow on, I should have explained that the back of your tag is going to be raised on foam dots or foam squares or double-sided sticky foam, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what you call them, but everybody calls them something different. So I'll stick quite a lot of these big squares on here. It's mounting foam squares is what these are called. Like so. And that way, when you stick it on top of your card, it's going to be raised a wee bit, like so. To get this wee gem stuck on to this card, I originally put on the one in the card previously with a glue dot, but my glue dots are too big because they're cheap. They're from the pound shop, so it's large glue dots, it's not wee tiny glue dots. So here I have got some Crafter's Companion red liner tape. It is 6mm wide, and excuse my voice please, it has I've just took off a wee tiny bit to fit onto the back of this wee gem. I find that this is quite good for sticking bows and things on without having to get your hot glue gun out, because we all know if you've not remembered to do that before you start making a card or making any kind of thing, you just can't be annoyed waiting for it to heat up. So red back tape, permanent double-sided sticky tape, I think is the way to go, especially when you're using ribbon and fabric. There we go, and that sticks on there quite well. So there we have a wee bow on your tag with a wee gem. So let's put that tape away. And the glue dots away. So we have wee tag, card front, card base. So we can move your wee tag aside just now, and we're going to affix this onto here. And how we're going to do that is, you can raise it up on pop dots if you like. Me personally, I'm going to glue it because my card base is embossed and raised. So I want the glue to grab on to all those different ridges. And I think if you were to use double-sided tape on an embossed thing like that, it wouldn't work. It would just keep popping off. You'll probably be able to hear a bit of scratching. That is my wee cat wanting into the bedroom, which is where I am at the moment. And because I have locked the door on her, she's not happy. So make sure you get your card the right way up. Take your card topper and stick it on the centre of your wee card base, like so, and press down and get a wee minute to set. Okay, and then you can take your wee tag and peel off the back of your double-sided foamy squares. And position it on the card wherever you like. There we go. And there we have a wee card. So I hope you liked this wee tutorial, and I quite enjoyed making this wee card. Hope you enjoyed watching me, and I hope you're going to make something very similar. Bye for now.